Thank you so much for joining us at the first or inaugural, we'll say. And it is the first, but it's SoapCon Live. And we are the first Comic Con for soaps. So who else would we have besides Patrika Darbo herself? Thank you so much for joining us, Patrika.
Thank you. I've never been at an inauguration before. I'm so excited. I feel like I should get out a nice fancy dress, but then you go like this, you'll just have to sit down at your dining room table anyway.
Well, and that's what's so funny and why it's so great that we can do this virtually. And as much as we want to be a live event one day, the fact is we can reach more people by doing this online, and you don't have to leave your living room, and neither do I.
It's amazing. I'm sitting in my dining room, and I don't have on fancy pants, so I look pretty good from the waist up.
And that's the best part, right? We don't have to wear pants.
The future of television is here, and it's Real Good TV. Download the It's Real Good TV app now on Roku, Apple, and Android devices, or stream online at itsrealgoodtv.com. And get instant access to hundreds of shows from 5 different networks. That's right, all of your favorite shows in one place. Free to download, free to watch. Watch on demand or stream one of our live TV networks in real time. Start watching today because it's Real Good TV.
There's a lot of good to come out of it, but one of the major good things, I think, is that daytime is back. That the soaps, everyone is at home during the day, so of course they want to figure out, you know what, Days of Our Lives is still on. I want to see what John and Marlena are up to, or General Hospital is still here. Great, what's Sunny Corinthos doing? And so that's why I want to know, what's Patrika doing? Because I saw her on Y&R.
I'm very fortunate. I've had a really good career, and I'm going to be going away till they nail me in my coffin. But Courtney Hope, who was my granddaughter on Bold and the Beautiful, moved over to Young and the Restless after we finished our bout at Bold and the Beautiful. And about a month or so ago, I got a call and said, could you do a phone call conversation with Courtney as Sally Spectra, and you be Shirley Spectra. So it was fun, and I'm still doing it. I think I've got a couple more right this moment. And to be welcomed into the Young and Restless family, it's been wonderful.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Moore.
I'm Michael Mattis.
Justin Harold.
I'm Araceli Aviles.
And we are the hosts of Dishin' Days,
where we give you a full recap of the NBC soap Days of Our Lives.
Every Sunday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern.
On our YouTube channel, Dishin' Days.
Come dish with us.
I had a fabulous time at Days of Our Lives. Shirley, originating Shirley over at Bold and the Beautiful, and now to bring her over to Young and the Restless. The fan base is wonderful. I have my own fans too that have come with me and keep following me, which I'm very grateful for. So to be going into Young and the Restless, my grandmother's trying to get out of her coffin so she can meet Victor. That was her favorite soap. I'm just sorry she has passed and can't see it, but I'm sure she's looking down going, yay, find out what's going on. The soap world is very generational, which I find is the most fascinating, wonderful thing, because I've met grandmothers, grandchildren, grandnieces, sons, daughters that all watch and they all know, and it's a coming together. I think that's what it's Americana. The soaps are Americana. They're how families came together, and they're still together because of what are John and Marlena doing? What's happening over there to Sunny Corinthos, as you said? What's happening to, let's see if I can go into, what's Victor Newman up to at this particular point? Is Steffi going to really get off the drugs? I mean, those kind of crazy things. And it's a conversation, and it's always been a conversation. I think the prime time used to be the fact that this is water cooler talk. You go to the water cooler to get a drink and you start talking about what you saw on St. Elsewhere the night before, or that kind of thing. But it's those shows end usually in 7 years. The soaps have been on 35, 36, 47. They've been there lifetimes. And as I said, my grandmother's passed, and now I'm doing her favorite soap. But I knew it was her favorite soap.
I love soap operas. I love the drama and the romance and the mystery. And sometimes there'll be a little bit of adventure or a little bit of comedy. Oh, and I love the super couples and the super villains and the families where some of the family members are so loyal that they would literally do anything for each other. I love that. I have just been a soap fan for so long, ever since I was a little kid watching Days of Our Lives with my family. And we even have family memories connected with the show. Like on Christmas, we'll be enjoying our Christmases while the Hortons and the Bradys are on our TV screen enjoying theirs. So it's like we're all celebrating together through the TV screen. And I have just been a huge fan of soaps for so long. But now that I'm an actor on the audio soap opera Forever and a Day, I am an even bigger soap opera fan. And I just continue to love soaps.
It's amazing. People's stories mean so much to them. Again, we are their family also because we go into their homes every single day. Um, I guess that's the best thing. The soap opera genre is Americana, period. I remember when I first started in Days of Our Lives that everybody talked about Julia Roberts, and her mother would discuss episodes every single night about what was going on. So you just realize, again, it's generational and how people keep in touch, and what brings them together about different stuff is, what happened to Luke and Laura, what happened to John and Marlena, what those kind of things keep the conversation going generation after generation.
Yeah, I mean, even Carol Burnett had to have a telegram back in the day to keep up with all my children because she was such a fan. And that's the beauty of the internet. And that's the beauty of doing a virtual thing. And just like, the comics and the horror and stuff before, that's what we want to bring for people with SoapCon Live is bring that connection and bring you into a whole new world because it's been so long since the soaps were celebrated like this. And I'm so happy you could be a part of it, Patrika. So can you tell them a little bit about what you're doing for SoapCon Live? We have so many options.
The whole thing is, everybody out there, I'm going to say to this right now, this whole thing is new. It's new to all the performers also. Mm-hmm. But what we're doing are meet and greets. You can sign up to meet and greet me. We'll do autographs. We'll chat about anything you want to chat about, except you need to know I'm married. I did put on my bra, even though you can't see me from the waist down. Those little things maybe we won't share, but there's going to be some fun times. You're going to get to see people that you haven't seen for a while. You're going to get to see old dolls like me who keep hanging on. So it's going to be a fun thing. It's going to be fun.
The meet and greets, you don't have to leave your living room. You can be in your fun little studio, or you could be in your dining room. All of this is done 100% COVID safe, 100% from your own homes, and no actors were harmed during this process.
Well, the interesting, I mean, like you said, with the technology, you can turn on the barbecue, put your laptop right there like this, have a hot dog with your family and discuss who you're talking to and ask questions about, your grandmother may remember a story that went on that you don't remember, and then talk to the people about it because you're going to get to see some of the people you haven't seen for a long time. And I think that's one of the grateful things for SoapCon Live to be bringing out there, and to be joined with, I guess you're going to be joined with Soap Digest and Retro TV, and I see a bunch of things up here like on my little board here because I'm a dinosaur and I'm like going, look who, it's good to be real. What is all that? Oh, so so there's it's.
My name is Ben Bryant, and I have been a soap watcher for more than 30 years. I grew up in the military, and so when we would move around, often we'd have the summer before we really got to know anybody or meet anyone. And one of the best parts of that time was unpacking the house and getting to know the places, but coming home and watching the soaps where those families and those characters were sort of a continuity, were a friendly face that anchored us before we knew all the new people. And later when I got older and I moved to college 3,000 miles away from where my family was living, at a time when it was still too expensive to call, again, those same people I grew up with. I didn't have the neighbors of the hometown that other people did as a military kid, but I had the Snyders in Oakdale and the Bradys in Salem. And so for me, soaps have been family. I've watched the kids grow. I feel invested, and that's why I love them so much.
I can remember my husband and I taking my grandmother to Houston to see the Space Center. Yeah. My grandmother was here when the Wright brothers flew the plane. This was iconic for her. And so here we are celebrating generations of being iconic. The soaps are iconic. everybody remembers certain things. I mean, the Luke and Laura story. I mean, that was like, oh, I mean, everything. You know, how many times is John going to have to rescue Marlena? You know, where are Bo and Hope? Those kind of things. What's happening with Stephanie and Liam? It's all that kind of stuff. You know, what did Victor do now? Oh, poor John Abbott. Those are all the things that are going to bring us together and have such fun because we get to ask all kinds of questions. And if we don't know the answers, we'll either make them up or we'll find out for sure what they are.
I've really gotten into Days of Our Lives. I didn't grow up watching it like the ABC soaps, but when the pandemic started, it was the only one that was going to be able to last through, you know, the other ones, they couldn't start filming, but Days was 8 months ahead. So I'm like really into it now. And I realized that your daughter on the show, you played Nancy Wesley, Chloe Lane, she's back. And does that mean that maybe Nancy will be coming back too?
You know, listen, Lacretia, as much as you love the soaps, I do too. I've had the greatest time. And I've now worked with all 4 of the ones that are on the air. To be asked to come back would be wonderful. I think they have an opportunity with Kevin and I, and we also have Joy. We have the sister. We gave birth to save Chloe's life. So there's a whole story that could happen there. You just never know. You just, as doors closes, another one opens, you just go in and out. You make the best of it. Don't be a woulda, shoulda, coulda. Just live your life, live your dream, have fun. And I can't wait. I'm available.
Watch The Doctors is Moving, and you're going to love the new location. Download It's Real Good TV to join your friends from Hope Memorial. Available online and all your devices. Already a Doctors subscriber? Then there's an email headed your way with a coupon code for free access, plus special bonuses for starting your new account on It's Real Good TV. Haven't gotten your email? Don't worry, you will soon. For details, visit itsrealgoodtv.com.
You just have no idea what my Sally girl has been up against with that summer girl. And so you'll have to tune in to find out.
I know. And tune in, guys, because whether they're preempted or not, because I know we have a lot of late breaking news these days, you can check out soapconlive.com on the Soap TV guide. Click that. You can find your soaps mostly for free if they are preempted. So that's the beauty of the networks. They put everything online or on your apps now, so you can watch no matter what.
And what a great, I mean, the fact that you started this company and doing this is giving people that are not sure technically about stuff an easier way to get there. Because when you're older, it's hard to figure out what the app is doing, or now they want me to pay. How do I pay to get in there? And so this is a wonderful thing that you're doing. So everybody watch this. It's going to be better.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Patrika. If you guys want to meet and greet Patrika, you can meet her on May 15th, and that's starting at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I always feel like you almost say specific time because that just seems so close together.
But when I do recordings, I have to be very careful because I'll say a time, and then my husband or whoever's helping me with it at the time goes, honey, you can't put a time down because somebody could be in New York versus somebody in LA, and then they'll get confused. And I go, okay, let's do it again. So yes, please join me 10 a.m. whatever time, you'll find it. I'm there. Come on by. I've got lots of things to tell you.